Hi folks, I'm Howard Armstead, Director of the Selenium Research Institute. Welcome to our website, Win Against Ebola. Right now, Ebola is on the way down. Thank goodness. But it will return, as will other viral epidemics like avian and swine influenza that kill even more people. So it pays to be prepared. Personally, I've been living with HIV for more than 30 years, a disease we first noticed 5 years after Dr. Peter Pio discovered the Ebola virus. 25 years ago, I became an AIDS researcher. Why? To save my own life. Since then, I've read over 100 books about viruses, immunology, the history of disease, and the history of medicine, plus over 1,000 medical journal articles. When the latest epidemic of Ebola broke out in West Africa, and every report from the BBC and CNN said there was no treatment for Ebola and there was no cure, I knew that was not true. I reached into my research files and found several examples of when selenium supplements had reduced death from hemorrhagic fever viruses by 60%, and the scientific explanation for exactly why that happens. In August 2014, when Ebola was beginning to rage out of control, at the invitation of the government, I flew to Monrovia, Liberia, and in cooperation with the Ministry of Health, we conducted a quick, informal clinical trial that showed that using a moderate dose of selenium reduced deaths by at least 45%. No, selenium is not a cure for Ebola, but it can reduce the mortality rate by approximately half. Luckily, through a lot of hard work by many brave and dedicated health workers, the Ebola epidemic has been brought under control through community education, safe burial practices, contact tracing, and washing hands with chlorinated water. Unfortunately, thousands of lives, including the lives of over 24 doctors and over 100 nurses, could have been saved, but were not. With a few exceptions, the international health organizations and the physicians fighting this epidemic did not know that high-dose selenium is an effective treatment for Ebola. Some actively opposed the use of the safe nutritional supplement in the battle against Ebola. Our Win Against Ebola website tells about our efforts to fight this disease and the reaction or lack of reaction of many of the medical agencies that were involved in this fight. Hopefully, next time Ebola or another killer virus raises its head, they will be more informed and prepared to use selenium to help save lives, including the lives of doctors and nurses. You're also invited to visit our sister website, Win Against HIV. There's a lot of interesting information there, including chapters from my forthcoming book, How to Survive HIV. Plus, many of you may enjoy my essay, How HIV Causes AIDS. If you find our website informative or helpful, please make a donation to help us keep up the fight against killer viruses like Ebola and slow killers like HIV. And tell your friends about us. Public health, science, and your health are all important. I certainly appreciate the dedicated work of doctors, but as my friend Eddie Ebola, hi Eddie, how are you? Let me introduce my friend Eddie Ebola. He's from Liberia. As my friend Eddie Ebola likes to say, a selenium a day keeps the doctor away. So from all of us at the Selenium Research Institute to all of you all over the world, we wish you the best of health every day. Aloha from Eddie and me from South Africa. Hope to see you back again soon. Say goodbye, Eddie. Goodbye, Eddie. And thanks for joining us.